Hi, my name is Jake Davis, and I'm presenting a school infomercial for Albertville Middle School. This is a picture of Albertville Middle School, of which I'm currently an 8th grade history teacher. There's our address, 600 East Alabama Avenue, which, interesting fact, Albertville Middle School used to be named after the street, Alabama Avenue Middle School. You can reach us at this phone number here, or at our email link right here, where you will go to a directory that will eventually send you to contact one of the administrators of our school. Our vision and our mission: all of the schools in our district, including the middle school, believe in the Albertville Advantage, which promises a superior education today, tomorrow, and together. The mission statement of Albertville Middle School is to provide a safe learning environment which respects and reflects student diversity, enriches students' lives, and prepares them for high school and beyond by encouraging them to reach their highest potential. Our faculty and staff are dedicated to providing our students with a valuable education and a lifelong love of learning. We provide a safe learning environment for all of our students so they can reach their greatest potential. So notice in our mission statement, we see the word potential twice there. That is our goal at Albertville Middle School, which is to get students to reach their highest possible potential so they can achieve whatever it is that they would like to achieve in their lives. This is our 2020-2021 ACAP results. We switched from the Scantron test ACAP test recently. So this data is not the most reliable data, especially considering that was an outlier year with the coronavirus. But these scores are lower than what we have seen previously in our standardized testing scores. But that's going to be nationwide, as quarantine affected our scores negatively across the nation. With that being said, our scores have been lower than the state average in years past. This is largely due to demographic reasons that we see often impact student achievement negatively. This is not to make an excuse. We're doing everything in our power to bring up these student scores. We have after-school programs, intervention programs. Specifically, our demographics at Albertville Middle School are over 45% Hispanic, and a large group of that demographic are second language English learners. So they're new to the English language, which obviously impacts scores negatively, unfairly so. So we're trying to do our best to, again, meet our mission statement regardless of these scores here, which is to get all of our students to their highest potential. That is not to say that we're not trying to improve our scores, our ACAP scores. We are. There's been a new initiative or a recent push to increase our English language arts scores, which have been low in the recent years past. For the past few years, our STEM scores have actually been much higher than our ELA scores. This is due to the federal initiatives to increase STEM education throughout our country. So these scores are coming from the Alabama State Department of Education. I have the science ACAP scores pulled up here, and you can see where there's our proficiency level. There's obviously, the ACAP scores are grouped up into 4% levels here, 4 being the highest, 3 being the second highest, and then 1 being the lowest. Our proficiency level for our science would have been 30%, and this is grouped into a lot of different categories here. I've chosen to basically summarize these scores from our all gender, all race, all ethnicity subpopulation here, which is pretty much all of our students, and they scored at a 30% proficiency level, which is obviously lower than what we want to see at Albertville Middle School. Moving forward, instructional time. Albertville Middle School seeks to maximize the amount of instructional time for each student. We utilize a period schedule that includes 7 periods, each of which average around 55 minutes. This is our bell schedule below, and you can see that we have about a 4-minute break in between classes. 55 minutes is a pretty good chunk of time. Personally, as a teacher, I wish that time could be longer. We see that we do have a second chance breakfast break in there that lasts about 15 minutes. This is one of the great things about Albertville Middle School is that students get lunch and breakfast for free because of the federal initiative that allows for schools with a certain impoverished or minority population to gain free lunch and free breakfast. So this is a great thing that we offer at Albertville Middle School, which is food. And data shows that students who don't feel safe and are hungry are not going to achieve good results. So we're taking care of that. The second chance breakfast is for students who may have not got in to school in time to eat the first breakfast before that 7:30 bell rings. So we have that little break later on. So they get a choice between that first breakfast or the second chance breakfast. Our school culture, and it's pretty lengthy here, but I'm just going to read this. Our staff is dedicated to ensuring the physical, mental, and social needs of AMS students. AMS has a school resource officer on campus daily to ensure the physical safety of our students and crisis management plans in place. At AMS, we have 2 guidance counselors, one for the 8th grade and one for the 7th, Tori Painter and Julie Smith, to aid students through the difficulties of adolescence and aid them with any mental struggles they may face. Of course, our district, we face some distinct characteristics, not to say that our district has any more of these issues than any other district, but with high poverty rates and the diverse backgrounds of our students, we do see many different needs arise that our counselors are superhuman, pretty much. They have to address many of these issues, and they are major influencers on our school culture. AMS also offers a variety of extracurricular programs, which we'll get into more later in the following slide. But these really boost the morale within our school culture, including pep rallies and school dances. Most importantly, our staff members dedicate themselves to fostering a positive school climate in which students trust they are safe and welcome. And we have some images here of Just Dance there going on in PE and students enjoying labs and science classes. Student engagement. So AMS offers students many opportunities to be engaged. One of the great things, we're a very large school, over 800 students between the 7th and 8th grade at Albertville Middle School. One of the great things about being a large school is we have many different opportunities for students, more so than smaller schools around the area. We have lots of different sporting activities available for middle school specific students, which when I was growing up, these weren't necessarily available. We didn't have a baseball team, which we do have now, which is for some reason I failed to put that on the slideshow. Same for our girls. They have a softball team available just for the middle school. But these are, just some of the athletics here. I'll just read these off. The boys, we have a middle school football team, basketball team, soccer team, swim team, golf team, tennis team, track team, cross country team, and even our middle schoolers can participate in the fishing team, which is offered by the high school. For girls, we have volleyball teams, basketball teams, soccer, swim, golf, tennis, track, cross country, and as I forgot to mention in the slideshow, also a softball team and a boys baseball team. So a lot of athletic opportunities for our students. Our performance arts program is renowned throughout the state. We have a marching band. Many of our students begin learning musical instruments in the 7th grade here at Albertville Middle School. And then they go on to participate in the high school marching band, which has received many awards and even periodically gets to march in the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. Our show choir is renowned throughout the state as well, and we have a more recent thing, which is the Aggie Theater, which is open to more of our, any of our students who want to maybe pursue an acting careers or just enjoy the arts. We also have clubs and organizations, just 4-H, National Honor Society, uh, the FCA, things like that almost all schools around the area provide. And we also have incredible skills teams as well. We have our technology team, math team, spelling bee competition, Scholars Bowl, and even archery skills competitions provided by our agricultural program. Like I've already mentioned, diversity at AMS is one of the defining factors in our school. It makes our school special, makes our school individual. One of the most beautiful things personally that I've witnessed at Albertville Middle School is just the cultural diffusion that takes place in between the many different cultures that we see at our school. Like we see 53% of our school's population is of Hispanic descent, 45% of our students are white, and we also have Haitian and African American students as well, which is a small minority. But all of this just creates a wonderful, diverse culture and population at Albertville Middle School. AMS has an extensive EL, English language program that incorporates cutting-edge instructional strategies to improve the literacy and language skills of our English learners. I think this is incredibly important and one of the greatest things that our school offers, because this influx in Hispanic population has been going on for the past 30 years. Our school has been forced to adapt to the needs of English language learners and just the diverse needs of our new students and their backgrounds. And this has created, innovation and the incorporation. Basically, we're just at the cutting edge of this, in my opinion. And our EL programs are doing an excellent job of this and improving these wonderful people's their language skills and their abilities in the classroom, as well as their abilities to survive in what is for many of them a foreign culture, as a lot of these people are new immigrants into our country, or first generation, second generation people into the United States of America. That is a beautiful thing. Our EL programs also do a great job of celebrating the cultural differences between our students and the distinct qualities of the Hispanic heritage that these new immigrants and new people bring to our nation and our local area. Our core classes also are encouraged to incorporate culturally inclusive and celebratory material. So again, I want to emphasize that diversity is one of the things that makes Albertville Middle School a distinct and special school, in my opinion. School and student awards. Our mathematics and technology teams won their county competitions this past year. One of our 8th grade students won the county spelling bee competition. Our 7th grade girls and boys basketball teams won their county tournaments. And like I've mentioned previously, our performing arts are extremely successful at AMS, and then that leads into their success at the high school level as well. Our band receives superior marks at every competition, and our high school and middle school show choirs are recognized across the Southeast. And we have some pictures here. This is our spelling bee winner. These images, by the way, come from our middle school website, so they've obviously been cleared and approved. Spelling bee winner there on the left, and our AMS cheerleading team. Here's our county champions at Albertville Middle School, the 7th grade basketball team. And again, this is Jake Davis, and this is the school infomercial, Albertville Middle School. A lot of great things, a lot of amazing opportunities that we're offering at our school. We can only seek to improve and only seek to improve our own abilities and the learning experiences of our students.